throwing up when your body is dying is not like the good old heave that you get. You don't get a diaphragm heave. There's no
Right.
the body cannot heave no more. So you open your mouth and then just puke falls out. Like there's no heaving. That's how the body releases. So I'm sorry to be gross, but the problem is when the body is releasing, so does something else. Something else in my brain says, I'm clearly no longer my body. It became clear to me that me of my soul, me of a daughter, of a mother, of a wife, of a sister, is no longer that. My body is not that. So I really had a differentiation between my body and my soul, my personality, my character, my spirit. It really became clear to me that my body is just a tool. It's nothing more than that. Nothing more. So that was my first realization without knowing it. That's how I figured out years later. Without knowing it, that was my first split, that my body was not me of who I am. And then next thing I know, this male nurse came up and he said, you're in good hands, like they all do. And my thought was, well, I'm going to good hands. That's where I was going. And out I went. I was there. And as soon as that happened, I was with my dad, who had passed away 2 years previous. I was with my dad at the end of the hospital bed, and everybody around this area, like it was all dark, and everybody around this thing, you couldn't see them like people. You just seen them like the infrared, like the firemen have, you know, when they go through fires, or the home inspectors. It was kind of like an infrared camera, but they weren't red and blue. They were kind of like gray blobs. So I couldn't see if that was a boy or girl, long hair, short hair, black, white. I couldn't tell. And I seen all the blobs, but then I looked on the table and there was just one blob that had no more energy. And I looked and I was like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. And I was with my dad, and there's no talking, there's no voice. And being with dad was normal. It was like I was always with him. It wasn't like I didn't know he was dead, because I didn't know I was dead.